Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Monday morning meditation. We are moving into our Halloween week, and next week we have our election on November 5th in our country. And you are all invited to the Election Day Meditation for Peace. You can find that if you have Facebook, you can find it most easily on the Center for Dynamic Healing Facebook page if you didn't already receive an email about it. And you can sign up to receive the link for the meditation on the morning of November 5th. It's going to be at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, noon Central, and you can figure it out after the fact. And we also have daylight savings switching back this Saturday too. So just make a note of that, just because I'm thinking about time zones and that came to my mind. For our meditation today, I was thinking about the Election Day meditation for peace. And, everybody on that day is going to have their own, like they do already, their own opinion, their own desire for outcome. And one of the things I would like for the meditation on that day, and this is my desire, doesn't mean it's going to happen. Everybody will have their own need on that day. But one of the things that I will support on that day is just being able to step back from the commotion and step back from the outcome and to see that we're all one. We all share the country. We all share the planet. And no matter what the outcome is, we still have to live with each other. So we want to support that peaceful connection. So often with these recent hurricanes down here in Florida, people rise to the occasion to help each other when things like that go on. It makes me feel kind of choked up just thinking about it. I remember watching when the lights went out from New York to Ohio years ago, if you remember that, and people were outside of their homes handing water to each other and supporting each other. I know that in the late 90s, there was that huge earthquake in the San Francisco area, and the bridges collapsed, and it was devastating. And people were out helping each other during the pandemic. For the most part, people supported each other. We were all kind of in a state of fear during that time. Certainly, we were all on the same page with that one way or the other. Um, but during these recent hurricanes, I know there's just this rush of support to help each other. And if we can do it then, in the times that are most difficult, when a disaster like that takes place, most devastating, we can do it on an election. We can do it because our history on this planet shows that we have, as human beings, triumphed no matter what. I guess I'm talking about this today, but I'm going to be talking about it again next Tuesday. But we have come through so much as human beings, and we will continue to triumph over whatever we're faced with. So the space that we develop so that we can do that is that internal stillness, that internal peaceful place that exists within us all the time, all the time. And if we take that down to a micro level, to a personal level, we have that internal stillness, that internal joy that we can tap into no matter what else is going on. I remember several years ago, I was in Mexico and I was sitting at this little cafe near the water. And it was so beautiful. It was so peaceful that I was watching. I like to hang out in kind of local places when I travel. And I was just watching the people move back and forth. There were workers hauling heavy things. There were families of a few kids traveling, walking with their parent, and just enjoying the day, laughing and playing, and just people walking by for whatever reason they were walking by. And it was so peaceful. And I was thinking of back in Chicago where I lived at the time and the hustle and bustle of the city and the all the politics that were going on at that time. And thinking like, I wonder if if this family that's walking in front of me right now, if they went to Chicago for a holiday, would they feel as relaxed as I feel now? You know, it's a different vibe in the US. It's a different vibe in the city, of course. And there's a lot of motion, there's a lot of activity, and that's fun sometimes. But I was so enjoying the break from all of that at the time and the peacefulness and the calm and the um, lack of self-imposed stress of my surroundings that I thought, wow, this is people who go to Chicago from here would need a vacation after their vacation because they would have to rev up their energy and, oh, we've got to go do this, we've got to go do that, and we've got to watch out for traffic, and we've got to do this, we got to, oh my goodness. And it was, to each their own. But I was just noticing the difference of commotion on the outside and the lack of commotion in the surroundings I was in. Even though people were still living their lives, they were calm and always had smiles on their faces, always said hello. And it was just so beautiful. And that is when we, again, take that to our internal space, we have that inner beachside cafe right within our hearts, and the mind can be the city commotion sometimes where we are imposing on ourselves a lot of stress, a lot of worry, and there is no stress. I'm going to say this, and this is easily disagreed with, but there's no stress on the outside. It's what our minds are doing with what's happening that causes us the stress. And in our meditation time, we practice pulling ourselves out of identifying with the goings on that are happening around us, out of the family drama or friend drama or news drama or, you know, anything that is going on the outside. We get pulled into that by how we're thinking about it, by how we're identifying with it. And our meditation time helps us be removed from that attachment and that identification with the drama. And instead, like, okay, this is what's going on the outside, or this is what's going on in my mind. But here is this peaceful place. And we can't be both. We can be, but both can't be true. We are either this internal calm space, or we are the drama, the thought drama that goes on. And it takes time to experience that difference. But it's so true. It's so true. If we're activated by something on the outside, or if we're activated by something in our mind, we can step back and say, okay, but I'm not that. And if I wasn't that, even if I can't feel it right now, if I wasn't that commotion, if I wasn't disturbed by that commotion right now, how would I be? How would I be? And sometimes we can ask that question and get quiet really fast because the answer is we would be peaceful like we are when we put ourselves in that space when we ask the question. And it's simple, but not always easy. Simple, but not always easy. And that's why our meditation practice is an everyday solid practice that helps us strengthen that ability to stay out of the drama on the outside and the inside. So that is our focus for our meditation today and this whole week leading up to that election. Because just like the mind, when we try to step out of the mind's drama sometime, it gets louder. Like, no, you can't not think about this, Lynn. You have to keep thinking about it because what if it doesn't happen like this? Or what if it doesn't happen like that? Mhm. It gets louder. We work more to stop, stop, stop. So this week we are going to help hold the space for not just the meditation next Tuesday, but for every day, for our whole country, our whole planet right now. We're just going to say it's okay. We will be okay no matter what. We'll be okay no matter what because we're all connected. And inside, we can be okay no matter what because we are that peace, not the mind commotion. We are the peace, not the mind commotion. So I invite you to get comfortable where you are. If you're not already, take a couple of deep breaths as we melt into that space within, just letting the body relax and let go into the chair. Just let your breathing be coming through the belly. And if it's helpful to you, breathe in to the count of 4 and breathe out to the count of 4. And that methodical breathing or quick breath or quick coherence helps to further still the body and synchronize the mind, calming it down also as the body calms down. We talk about the mind-body connection so much because if the mind is still, the body is more relaxed. And when the body is still, the mind is more relaxed. As we quiet the mind, the body quiets. And just notice what the mind is doing, where it's going, where it's trying to take you. And in that moment of noticing, you can see that you're not those thoughts. And feel the presence within you the moment you realize that you're not those thoughts. That observation can bring you to that place of peace in your center, in your heart, in your core, in your feet, wherever you feel most grounded and centered this morning. When you notice those thoughts, just feel yourself letting them go, like you're opening a closed hand and releasing those thoughts. Bringing your attention back to your breath, back to your center. And just keep practicing, pulling our attention back to our center. And we hold this place of peace today and this whole week. This whole week, we do our part in staying out of the outer drama, contention, fear, all the resistance that is in people's minds and hearts and groups and Facebook pages and on and on and on. And we come back to this place and hold this light and hold this space for our country and our world. We hold this place of courage, peace, and a knowing that no matter what, we will all be triumphant as human beings. And there's a little place for faith that perhaps there's a higher plan going on that we can trust. And our one job is to keep ourselves coming back to peace within our own self again and again and again and again, and stay out of the drama. Stay out of the drama. So if you have time today to continue in this space of peace within your heart, your center, I invite you to do so. If you need to go about your day, just take a couple of deep breaths. Feel your feet on the floor and your body in your chair, in the room, all around you. And thank you for being here with me today to prepare ourselves for holding the space for our meditation next week. We will be still having our Monday morning meditation on Monday next week. So I hope to see you then. And I hope to see you on Tuesday. We get 2 meditation times together next week. I'm looking forward to that. So have a wonderful week, and have a happy Halloween, and I will see you next week.